Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, friends and family. Welcome to Wimbledon Spiritualist Church, where the power of spirit is ever present and we embrace an independent perspective. It's good to see familiar and new faces in our congregation, and we also say a big hello to everyone joining us live on YouTube and Facebook. It's a pleasure to introduce our guest medium today from Seaford Spiritual Centre in Sussex, Mr. Robin Hodson, who will introduce himself and open our service in prayer following my opening reading. This is a piece of inspirational writing by our church member and a very good friend, Jill Ross, and it's called The Seeds of Grace. To utter not a baleful sigh, but brace and carry through each of life's burdens day by day this recipe for you. Begone the trials and toils, despair must yet be pushed aside. Open your heart in love and faith and walk close with your guide. Unhappy thoughts must not give way. True love conquers all. Uplift your mind and heart this day. Do not give in and fall. Look for guidance on the way. Doubt not this care for you. Stretch out your hand in trust this day. The path is there for you. There is no reward, fair or fine, awaiting for such trials, but loving care and service sure gives light upon our eyes. So think on that, I say to you, consider, do not dismay. Your every thought and loving prayer is heard unto this day. May God in glory give to you his strength and love renewed, and may the light that shines from him in this life be fulfilled. And now I will ask Robin to give us his introduction and the opening prayer.
So, good morning. I'm Robin Hodson. I'm president of Seaford Spirit, which is an independent spiritualist centre. I'm also president of the International Spiritualist Federation. I came into spiritualism over 40 years ago as a total skeptic, and I'm glad I found that truth that is spiritualism. So thank you for inviting me to serve your church this morning. Will you join me in a moment's prayer? Divine and infinite Spirit, as we come together, let that coming together be in love. Love for each other and love for ourselves, that we might radiate that love and be as a beacon to others who search this same pathway, that we can draw them and show them and walk with them. We ask that on this pathway we gain understanding of the world in which we live, to find the purpose and the truth that is behind the everyday mayhem that we suffer and enjoy. I simply ask that this morning, all that is said and done here in this, your place, is in and through your name, that it be delivered with truth and humility, but most of all with love. Amen.
Thank you, Robin. Now, please join me to still our minds and open our hearts as we pray for all those people, children, and animals in need of spiritual healing, love, and light across the planet, in places of war and conflict, nations affected by natural disasters, everyone involved in rescue operations and foreign aid. Our National Health Service, the selfless doctors and nurses who work tirelessly for our well-being. We pray for peace in our time and the abolition of atrocities and violence. And we thank the power of the Holy Spirit for giving us strength and hope in times of doubt and despair. We include at this time the following names from our church healing list: Leslie Morton, Elizabeth, James, Chris, the Kennedy family, Patricia, June, Keisha, Ashanti, Sharon, Joan, Clifford, Joanne, Ruby, Daphne and Ivor, Stephen Kelly, Jenny Burgess, Carol Burgess, Mary Dixie, Ray Parrett, Jeff Williams, Fabrice, Emily Rose, Alex, Jean-Claude, Fiona, Ruben, Rose May, Maureen Clifford, Peggy, who has just recently made her transition to spirit, Matt, Pat, Len, June Malkin, Anne Hopkins, Valerie, Lee Oswald, and Joan Bramley. We now move our attention into the healing silence, to be followed by the serenity prayer, which we will say together. And please refer to the handouts if you are unfamiliar with the words. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And I will now ask Robin to give us his reading, followed by the address.
So I've chosen a reading this morning by a gentleman called Hodson Tuttle. Now, Hodson Tuttle was a great investigator of spiritualism and an author back in the end of the 19th century. He's left a wealth of words for us. I'm going to share one which is just simply called a change of sphere. Death is not a change of being, it's a change of sphere. The spirit, whether in the body or out of it, is the same. The one who goes out of the door of his house is the same individual that he was within. We must therefore regard matter and spirit as equally sacred. As long as we are inhabitants of this sphere, our physical being is essential, and the laws and conditions of its development are wholly as that of spirit. We do have an exalted nature capable of infinite possibilities. And when the physical side shall melt and the world on which it depends passes away, that nature will only have begun in its unfoldment. In the tangled web of mortal life, we still inquire, as did the sages of old, what is truth, what is right, and what is wrong? Most perfectly does spiritualism answer. She has no word of condemnation for the wrongdoer, but for the wrong. She utters no word of praise for those who never stumble. She makes no distinction in the breadth of her benevolence. Her voice is melodious with love, while it speaks of eternal justice. Listen to her voice and learn how it is possible to triumph over the accidents of mortal life, meeting all its duties and bearing all its burdens with cheerful song and full heart, laying the deep foundations of that temple immortal beyond the shadow that death won't bring. Hodson Tuttle had lots of things to tell us. And remember that he was involved in the earlier days of spiritualism. I was reading a newspaper article only last week, and it was saying about the relevance of religion in our modern world. And the basis of this story was, and I call it a story because it was, that we have moved on from religion. We've moved on from faith, that we should now only have one that we pray to, and that is science. I felt quite sorry for the author, because it seems to me that he, and it was a he, had not found the same truth that I had. It did make me think, though, one thing. One question came to mind. Does spiritualism Is it a good fit for modern life? Is it worthy of being continued? And does it fit with the modernity that we live in? And that started me off on a rabbit hole. You know, you get a thought goes into your head and it goes round and round and you start diving deeper. If we look at the beginning of spiritualism, if we look at the earliest days, 1848, the first demonstration of mediumship, was the world similar to how it is now? Or we often think that the world was better in the olden days. Let me tell you that when spiritualism began in America, America was at war with Mexico. There was poverty across America. People had very little money. The railways were just punching their way through the country. And so there were isolated pockets of people trying to live through this difficult time. Women started to stand up. And in 1848, the very same year, the first ever conference of women came together to fight for the vote at Seneca Falls in New York State. There was a rush on Capitol Hill. I've heard this before somewhere. When the slavers, those who were, although slavery had been ended, the slavers decided that they didn't get enough compensation. So though thousands of them went up to Capitol Hill and broke the doors down to get in. Does it all sound very familiar? I don't think the world has changed very much at all. The sad fact is I don't think man has learned too much in those 100 years or so that's gone. But think about spiritualism, how it grew at that time. It must have been relevant for it to have the growth that it did. It went across America quicker than the gold rush, landed in England a few years, literally 3 or 4 years later, and the march of spiritualism began. It became so strong that there were rallies. I have a film footage of a rally that happened in the early 1900s in Manchester. And it's a rally with banners, people walking down the streets, exclaiming the truth of spiritualism. Oh, that we could see that today. Literally hundreds and hundreds of people marching to share this truth. I think we are in a very similar situation to those early days. If you're like me, you sit and listen to the news and wonder where it's all going to. What's happening in our world? Why is it happening? Spirit have given me the idea that, you know, not much has changed. There's always been difficulty in the world. But we can only overcome that with knowledge and wisdom. To me, the knowledge that spiritualism brings gives one thing, and that is hope. In that whatever happens in this world, we have the true hope of continuity. We have the true hope that whatever is happening, there must ultimately be a purpose, although in the moment we don't understand it. How many times have we looked back in hindsight and thought, that was a difficult place. I don't know how I overcome it, but now I know why. Spirit, the continuity of life. And that's all that Spirit brings to us. Yes, we can say we have the comfort of their connection. We have the comfort of knowing that they're there. And that helps with the hope. But the one hope they give us is that life continues. Think about that for a moment. Life continues. whatever happens to each one of us, whatever happens each day, there is that promise and hope of continuity. And when we analyze that continuity, we understand that everything happens. And so therefore we must grow and learn through it. That when we return from whence we came, because we all come from the spiritual realms to start with, when we return with experience. The experience of every day. However difficult, that experience is essential. I don't think I'd like to turn up back where I started from without learning anything. I don't think I'd like to wade through every day of banality, having nothing for me to think about or nothing for me to do. Because each day, each word, each thought, each interaction with another being is an experience. A great friend of mine in spirit, who often speaks direct, said once to a group, "You are the sum total of all of your experience." And that to me is massive. You think about all the experiences you have in a week, in a year, or indeed in a lifetime. You think how much knowledge that has brought to you, how much hopefully wisdom it's brought to you, understanding, how much it's enriched who you are. He went on to give a guarantee also that understand that you will never be anything less, meaning you will never lose the experiences. Everything is recorded. It's there for you to know. And he said, and you will never be any more. Meaning each and every experience is essential in who you are. If I was to ask you to think about the moment you were born into this earth, and I know for many of us it's a long time ago, would you want to stay at that level until the point you turn? Would you want every day to be filled with sunshine and light and perfection? I'm sure we'd soon get a little fed up of that situation. We'd want a little light and dark. We would like a bit of definition in life. So why is it we then, when it happens, say, I don't like it now? I think my understanding, and I don't call it a faith because it's more than faith, because the one thing that spiritualism does is tries to prove the foundation of its truth. Unlike any other religion, there is no other religion in the world that seeks to prove the basis of their philosophy. So you and we are unique in that search for this truth. All I would ask is that you use it every day. You see, the advantage of this knowledge is time spanned. Because the day we go back to spirit is too late. It gives no advantage then. Because the advantage is now. To know that truth and live that truth is the advantage. And every day that we don't live by that truth is a day lost. Spiritualism isn't about death. Spiritualism is about life. And the foundation of that life based upon the knowledge of the future. Surely you want to use all your knowledge every day. Surely you want to apply the knowledge that you have in this life now. That is the only advantage of spiritualism. You know, whichever religion you follow, at that point of death, there is a great leveling, when faith becomes fact, or understanding becomes truth. I upset my wife a few years ago. She was in a congregation with me, and I said, the most exciting day of my life is going to be the day I die. She was not very happy. But what I meant was, at that moment, I will know. At that moment, all that I've held as truthful and dear will be fact. Isn't that exciting? I think so. I perhaps shouldn't have voiced it the way I did. I've learned, there again, an experience I've learned through. So live each day according to the philosophy that you have chosen. In the day that you go to the coffee shop, or you go to work, or you go to the town shopping, don't leave it on a shelf at home and think, oh, well, spiritualism is only for Sunday morning. It's every day. And it's not about mediumship. Mediumship is just a support act. There is but one message, and that's life continues. Find hope in that. Find hope in the darkest days that will keep you through. Find hope in that promise that all that you witness, all that you are, is for a purpose. And I hope one day to meet you again. Perhaps I'll be there before you. Age matters, of course. But it would be nice to compare, to understand and to talk about the journeys that we've taken. Because each of us are individual. We follow a pathway that is individual to us, but that is shaped by that which we hold dear. So that's a promise that this knowledge of an aspect of life can bring us. So I'm going to leave those thoughts and hope that the words that I've shared mean something to you, that it will give you an opportunity to think. We can do no more than to think and act according to the truth that we find in those words. Thank you for listening to me.
Thank you very much, Robin, for that very inspiring address. And I really firmly, totally believe that the words of Robin's address amplifies the saying, carpe diem, seize the day. Now I would ask Rose May if she can please take the offertory in church. Anyone wishing to make a free will donation may do so on the following link, which is listed on our Wimbledon Spiritualist Church Facebook pages: www.paypal.com/paypalme/LADPROMS. That's www.paypal.com/paypalme/LADPROMS. Thank you. Robin will now demonstrate his mediumship, and I would ask, please, that if a spirit communicator is drawn to you with a message, church members, please respond with a clear yes or no to the statement, and if in doubt, just say, I'm not sure, and Robin can ask spirit for further clarification. It is important for him to hear your voice, as this is the conduit of the energy which spirit need to make a strong connection. And please, can I also ask church message recipients to speak clearly into the handheld microphone. Thank you, Robin.
I do love being told off by spirit. As I sat down, my inspirer said to me, "You didn't finish." So I'll just say the third part of his speech was, how do you best serve spirit? And the answer was, live life to the full, which is exactly what you said. Live life to the full. So, as a medium, we can't promise any connection. All we can do is work with those who come forward and give you what information we receive. But it's also about you responding to me. So please talk to me, because it gets very nervous and very lonely up here if you're talking to yourself. So it's important that you respond to me. I will do my very best for you. Let's see where we go. I want to come to the front, the lady with the lovely purple scarf. Thank you. I hope you're okay with me working with you. Thank you. As I work with you, I've had this lady with me for a few minutes, actually. She's not, everybody to me seems very small because, you know, I'm 6'5", circus free. This lady comes up to my shoulder. She's not a tall lady. It feels like Mum, I've got to say, although she hasn't said that. Would Mum be a smaller lady, please?
Yes,
Yeah.
you'd be about my height now.
But yeah, okay. So you'll probably come up to about here with
Yes.
me. That's fine. I've got to say with this lady, she's got two parts to her personality, because I know that she's a loving mum, but I know that this mum was also very dynamic in her way and would know what she wanted and get out of life. Would you understand that with her?
I don't really see that, no.
Okay. Well, she's given me the impression that she would have been able to put her case and be able to get what she needed out of life, please.
Could be my mother-in-law.
Right, okay. As I said, nobody said who it was, but I just know there's a mother feeling with her.
Okay.
I could be quite direct when I wanted to be.
Yes, she was, yeah.
Right. But I know that there was also a loving side to her too.
Oh, definitely, yes.
Okay, I know at the end I got mobility problems, please, because I just want to sit down here. I don't want to stand up any longer.
No.
My legs are going a little bit wobbly and I just want to sit down. I know this would be how she was at the end.
It was.
I know that she's telling me there was a period of adjustment with the two of you. Would you understand that?
Definitely, yes.
Okay, because I don't feel there was the connection so much when you first met, but
No.
there was a period of adjustment.
Does
But-
sound like her.
But we got to know each other, is the
We
way
did,
she puts
yeah.
it. And I know that towards the end of her life, there was a closeness that you didn't anticipate ever getting to. Would you
No, I
accept
was her
that?
best friend at
Yeah.
the end.
Because she just tells me we started off like this far apart and we just moved together.
I know, there were battles, yes.
I love her energy, I've got to say.
Positive, yes.
I know that she, as I said, she would be able to speak her mind and get what she wanted out of life. Would you understand that?
Yeah, it's very positive, yeah.
She's talking about you now. She wants to talk about you.
Oh, lovely.
Because even though you've gone through your own situations recently, she's telling me that you still have that positive mind also.
Do try.
I know that you've had some health issues that you've had to go through, she talks about. Would you understand that?
Yes, I do.
And I know that it's not only health, there's been some other issues where you've been almost put into a corner and you've had to come out fighting again.
Yes.
And she's saying, you did it, girl. You did it. Okay. She's so pleased and proud of how you've handled the situations. Okay. Because I know it hasn't been easy.
No.
Would you know if there was a ring or two rings that were left behind, please?
There were two
Yeah.
rings.
Oh, well, she's showing me two.
Yes.
Okay. I know that they were left behind.
Yes.
One of them had stones in them. Is that
Yes.
correct?
25.
Right. I think you might find it's 24
24.
because she's telling me there's one stone missing.
Okay.
Okay, so check it for me.
Got it.
All right.
It will to me.
Okay. She's talking about one of the stones being missing.
Good.
Okay. So I know that she knows they're here.
Mm.
I want to give you her love, but it's more than love. It's this. It's more than friendship. It just feels like two people who found the way to meld together.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, I did admire her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very
Well,
bounteous.
she admires you totally.
Oh, great.
She just wants you to know that she still continues as she did here.
Oh, thank you.
as I'm talking to her, I've got a gentleman come in. He's a little taller than her, but he's not much taller than her, please. He had grey hair that's got like it's got a bit of a wave to it as I'm seeing it. It may have gone a bit thinner at the front, but I can still see the wave at the back of his head, please. I know there's a love with this gentleman because I just feel the love that is given.
Yes, he was very loving.
I just feel this warmth as he comes in. He's not a very demonstrative person. He's just quietly standing here, and I just had to recognize that he was here for you.
Oh, thank you.
I know that you've been having dreams. Is that correct?
I always dream, yeah.
Okay. And I know within those dream states, you have been considering, am I just dreaming or are they talking to me? Because this gentleman tells me, I talk to you often.
Really?
So listen for the voice.
Okay.
Okay, listen for the voice.
Right.
Do you know if he sang, please? I'm not saying he was an opera singer.
No, we've known singers.
Because I've got him singing here at the moment.
Okay.
And I know that he will be heard. Okay.
Okay.
So
thank you.
please take his love and his gratitude, he's just said.
Right.
So there must have been a gratitude situation between him. So he says, thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for
Thank
watching.
you, Robin, very much.
Thank you so much.
Cheers.
Okay, where are we going? I want to come across here to the lady at the wall. Yes, same with your hair. Thank you. You don't mind me talking to you? Okay, so I've got another lady. I think I'm going 2 generations back with this lady.
Thank you.
It doesn't feel like mother, it feels more like grandmother with this lady, please.
Yes.
And again, I've got a strong lady.
Yes.
I might be wrong on this, but I just feel she wasn't from here. Would you understand that?
What in terms of where she was from?
Yes.
She was from Ireland.
Right. I just know I'm not here. And she's very proud of the fact that I'm not here. Okay. So she must have been very proud of her background and her heritage,
Yes.
etc. She could be a bit fiery when she wanted to, let me put it that way. And I know that she, although wasn't big in stature, she would have certainly made up for it in her personality, please.
Yes.
The gentleman I've got with her is much taller than her and quite a big built guy that's standing with her. And I don't know where he fits in, but I know that she would have the wherewithal to put him in his place, put it that way. But I'll bring him in when I connect with him properly, but I want to stay with her. She's also a lady that has really strong rules on right and wrong. Would you understand that?
Yes.
You step over that line from right to wrong and she step on your toe. Okay. She tells me that you have been somebody else has been causing the wrong for you. Would you understand that?
Sorry, could you say that again?
Okay. It feels like you've been doing all that you can with somebody else in a close-knit family situation, and they haven't been doing the right by you. Would you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Because she's getting quite upset about it. Okay. And I think if I let her loose on whoever this was, they would know about it. Okay. And she just wants to say, you've had to learn to stand up. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And it's taken you a long time to do that.
Yes.
She says, because you've been, oh yes, I can put up with it. I can do this. I can do that. She said, suddenly one day the foot went down and I'm not doing it any longer. She said, that was the day that you won. Okay. She's very much a lady and she wants to really, really encourage you that it's your life. Okay. And that you should get out of it what you will. Okay.
Yes.
Would you understand there's a photograph of her and her origins? And you said it was Ireland. I don't know where this is. I've got a low building that's long. It's whitewashed. I can see the outside of the building. And there must be photographs of this building, please.
They're more than likely used, but my nan passed away when I was 18.
Right, that's fine.
And I haven't seen any pictures.
Wherever the family archives are, she's showing me this photograph of a long house. It's not tall, it's an older building. But it's just a long whitewashed building, and I can see 2 people in front of it. So if you have access to the photographs. Have a look, because she's taken me back to her roots, please. Because I know that where she was born, life was very simple, please. It was hard work, but it was simple with her. And that's what she's showing me.
Yeah.
She says you've had to work for your advantage. Is that right? And that's
Yes.
the way she put it. You've had to work for your advantage. Nobody's given you things on a plate. You've had to work for every step.
Yeah.
She's saying, enjoy what you've earned. Okay. Don't take it for granted. Enjoy what you've learned. I'm going to go to the gentleman now, because the gentleman I've got standing next to her is nearly as tall as me, but not quite. But he's quite a big gentleman. Would you understand him, please?
Yes.
He feels like a gentle giant. I've got to say, he's not talking very much at the moment. He's just standing here watching. And I know that would have been his personality when he was here. I'm just observing. And if I had something to say, I would just quietly give it, but a gentle giant. There's a great love for you, I've got to say, from this gentleman. I just feel this connection with you. Okay. Would you understand that this man was at times misunderstood by people, please?
Yeah.
Because he said, she never misunderstood me. She always knew me. And that means a lot to him. Because this man is somebody who would go out of his way to help others, please.
Yes.
And sometimes that help that he did was taken the wrong way. Would you know or understand that?
Yes.
Because he says you always knew why I was who I was. I know that this man is very much missed. Would you understand that?
Yeah.
Because he's got a heart the size of the town hall clock, I've got to say. He's playing with coins in his pocket. You know, I think he's the type of chap that would walk down the street, and if there was a kid crying or something, he'd give them a copper or something out of his pocket.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you can remember if he had an annoying fact to play with coins in his pocket, please?
Yeah.
Because he's doing it now and he's making a heck of a row, and I'm asking him to stop it. Would you know, prior to his passing, if he had a problem with one of his feet, please?
With one of,
His feet.
he had problems with both lower legs.
Okay, because I've
And-
got
and
something going
feet.
on with my feet at the moment.
Yeah.
And it feels quite odd.
Mm.
And do you know if he had to have help with his feet?
He was actually seeing a nurse
Right.
weekly.
I just know that they had to
Yeah.
sort these out.
Yeah, the bandage them.
Yeah. Okay. I've got to say, I love his personality. I love him. He's so open and he's just so loving. And he just wants to give his love to you.
Lovely, thank you.
You were in a situation, it feels like within the last couple of weeks, where you had to almost present yourself, please. Feels like an interview or something like that, but where you had to present yourself or explain yourself or something like that. Would you understand that?
Yes.
And I know that when you went into the room, you went in with so little confidence. Is that right?
Yeah.
Because he tells me, I went in with you, made sure you stood up. Because I know that's what he feels about you. He was there supporting you. And that's where the sudden rush of confidence came from. He was giving it to you. He's talking about Arthur, and I don't know who Arthur is. Would you understand somebody, Arthur, please?
He used to talk about Arthur. This was years ago. We had some building work done at home. The gentleman was called Arthur, and he'd always say, "Oh, do you remember Arthur?"
Well, he's still talking about Arthur now, but I think Arthur's over here now with him.
He would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, he passed.
Okay, because he's talking about Arthur, so he may have met him over here as well. Do something with his fingers here. I don't know what it is. Do you know if he had an accident or an injury on one of his fingers, please?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
I've got one finger which is starting to bend down, and he's doing it on this hand, and I don't know what it's about.
He used to do that sometimes, but apparently that was part of what the illness was that he
That's
had.
as long as you can understand what he's doing. 'Cause
Yeah,
as I said,
that-
I've got a finger that's moving down this side, but he's doing it on this hand as if there's something with this hand as well.
Yeah,
Okay. Please take his love. He's there for you. Okay. I can't leave by not saying and love from Nan, please. Okay.
lovely, thank you.
Okay. Thank you for working with me. I want to come right down the back. Lady with the lovely blue and white. Thank you. So I've got a lady here who's really enthusiastic to be here. Really enthusiastic. Let me see her. I'm not seeing her at the moment. I just feel this enthusiasm to talk.
Okay.
Now, we were speaking earlier.
Yeah.
I want to say this lady has very similar characteristics facial-wise to you. Would you understand that?
Okay. Yeah, maybe now. Yeah.
That's fine. I just, as I'm looking at her, I can see the comparison between you and they're similar. Not exactly the same. She's telling me the hair is very different.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But facial-wise is very similar.
Okay.
And she's so enthusiastic to be here and talking to you.
Yeah.
This is a lady who is, I know that in your growing up, she was very supportive with you. Would you understand that?
Yes.
Because she said, that was my life.
Yeah.
That was my life to look after her and the others.
Yes.
Okay, she's just added that in, and the others.
Yeah.
Because it feels like that was her passion.
Mm-hmm.
To keep her kids safe and happy and on the right track. But she did it with such a, she's given me the impression she's like a shepherd that would just steer you. She wouldn't give you a clip around the ear. She would just steer you in the right direction. Do
Yeah.
you understand that?
Yeah.
Again, she's got me playing with this, so I know that there's a ring that's left behind.
Yeah, there is.
Okay. And the ring is not worn. Would you understand that?
Yes.
Would you understand the ring is quite small, please?
Yes.
Because she's trying to force it on my finger and it just won't work.
No.
Okay. I
Mhm.
know it's a very small ring.
Yeah.
She tells me it's in the box with other pieces of jewellery that belongs to her, please. There is a necklace or a chain that's in there that belongs to her because she's showing me, she's picking it out.
Okay.
Okay. It's a very fine chain. It's got something on it. I can't see what the bottom is, but she's just showing me. She knows that you've got her bits and pieces together. That's the whole thing. She's just said, look how well she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there's still an immense pride in you and what you're doing. And I don't know whether this is your living or whether this is your personality, but you have a way or you have a great pleasure in helping people, please.
Yeah.
And I think it's more than just a, oh, how are you? Nice to see you, keeping well. It feels like you're involved with people, helping them, please.
Yes.
And she says, that is the best gift that you could ever have. She tells me that you doubt yourself, please. Is that correct?
Yes.
And she's saying, why would you doubt yourself when you have this gift with people? Okay. Really important to understand this, that you're doing a good job. Okay. She's funny. She said, you're doing a good job. It doesn't pay well, but it's a good job. Okay. I like her humour. Okay. When you were younger, did she used to wear one of those aprons, please?
Sometimes.
Because she's got this apron on and she's digging in the pocket.
Okay.
And there's something in there and she's just pulled out lemon sherbets.
Okay.
Would you understand or remember lemon sherbets?
She had everything.
Right.
Everything you needed, she had.
She had. Well, she's giving you a lemon sherbet.
Oh,
She's
nice.
pulled it out of the pocket. I want to go to her period of illness before her passing, please.
Okay.
Because I know that that was a very difficult time for you. Would you understand that?
Yeah.
She said she now knows how helpless you felt.
Mm-hmm.
And she said there was no need. I know that you have said, I wish I could have done more, because she said you did everything you possibly could.
Okay.
Okay. You even did things that I would not have wanted you to do,
Yes.
because this lady, if anything, is very private. Would you understand
Yes.
that?
Yep.
She had her own taste. Would you understand that, decor-wise?
Yeah.
It's a little bit individual. Would you understand that?
Mm-hmm.
Because it feels like I surround myself with things that I like, not necessarily what is beautiful.
Yes.
She's showing me something, you know, I don't know when this was, but you know, Hilda Ogden on Coronation Street used to have the 3 ducks that went up the wall.
Yes.
She's showing me 3 ducks on a wall.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. That's going back in time a little bit, but yeah.
That's fine. She
Yeah.
just, they may have been made with chalk. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
I remember them.
But it was hers, and it was part of her life, and she just surrounded herself with bits and pieces.
Yeah.
And I know that after her passing, it was very difficult to get rid of some of these things. Not that they were worth anything. It was just like, well, they were mums. We had to get rid of them.
Mm.
Yeah. Please know that the love that she had is still there.
Yeah.
Death hasn't taken that away from her. She's still very much with you in your everyday life.
Thank you.
Is it you that's been having a problem with one of your ears, please?
Yeah.
Because she's talking about getting it sorted. Okay. She's telling you off.
Okay.
She's still telling you off.
Okay.
Get it sorted before it gets any worse.
All right.
Okay. She said it'll be a simple fix if you get it done now, but if you leave it, it won't be. So get it sorted.
All right.
Okay. In your house, is there a banister rail that's not very secure, please?
No, mine's fine, but I think I know where you mean.
Because she's just talking about this banister rail that's a bit wobbly.
Yeah, it's not mine, but I know who
You know where
want.
it is. That's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
She's sorting everybody's problems out.
Yeah, she is.
That could be dangerous. So just whoever
Yeah.
it is, get it sorted.
Yeah.
I love her personality,
Mm-hmm.
but that belittles the love that she has for you. So please take her love. And
All right. Thank you.
thank you for allowing me
Yeah. Thank
to
you.
give her this to you. Right, I want to come to the gentleman at the wall. Thank you.
Hello.
Are you okay for me to talk to you?
Sure.
Good.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get dragged along to these things and I don't know whether you want to talk to me, but
No.
okay. As I link with you, and I don't know who I've got yet, so let me work with you first.
Mm.
I know that you are sensitive to spirit connection. Would you understand that?
I'm not sure.
Let me give the assurance, sir. There are things that happen with you, or you understand things that you no things that happen with you that you don't understand. Would you accept that then?
Yeah.
Would you accept that at times you know things and you don't know how you know things?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Would you also understand, I don't know whether this is in dream state or wake state, but middle of the night you get words that come into your head and you think, where on earth did that come from?
Yeah.
I'm assuring you, sir, that you have a connection with spirit.
Okay.
Okay. And that is something that it's good to question, but don't doubt.
Okay.
I know that if I go back to your younger years, you were directed. It feels like you were steered away from situations. Would you understand that that happened with you?
I'm not sure.
Feels like you sidestepped different things and other things you were drawn towards. That's
Okay.
just the impression I'm being given.
Sure.
Because I know that you have been guided in life.
Okay.
This is probably not something that you would accept or you would speak about publicly, but I know that when you were, what does it look like? It looks like about 2.5. You would have had the ability to talk to those people that visited you.
Right.
Now that might have shown to your parents as you talking to fresh air.
Okay.
Okay. But I don't think that was the case.
Mm-hmm.
So let me talk about who I've got with me. I've got a gentleman who comes with you. I do believe I'm 2 generations, so I'm grandfather rather than father, please.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Yeah.
The gentleman I've got is not a big gentleman. He's quite a, I would call him a fit figure, if you understand that. He's not, as we get older, we put weight on, but this gentleman didn't. He's quite a slender gentleman, as I'm seeing him. I know that this man is very precise in everything he does, please. So if he was doing a painting, decorating bit, it would be exact.
Yeah.
If he was putting a shelf up, it would be exact. And I know he could do all of these things. I know that he played a part in your upbringing when you were very small, please. Or it would have been part of your upbringing. Because I know there's an enthusiasm about you and the path that you've taken, please. Interesting. Would you know if there was a situation either just prior to you being born or just after you being born where there was a medical intervention or there was something that wasn't quite right, please?
Yeah, I was born with a pretty serious allergy.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because he's talking about we very nearly lost him. Okay. He's talking about we very nearly lost him. So he knows of that situation. So I know that that's on the basis of him seeing you go through it. He also says that no one would have expected you to gain what you've gained, please.
Maybe, yeah.
He tells me that you are very determined in what you want out of life. Is that correct?
At times, yes.
And he said you've stood with the best and outshone them, is what he's just said. Yeah.
Sometimes.
Don't be coy. Yes, you have. Okay. He's very proud of how you are in the world, my friend. He's very proud of where you aspire to be. Okay. As I'm talking to him, I've got this lady fussing around me. And she's not very big, I've got to say. But this feels like Nan or Gran. And she's just fussing. And I know she would have been a fussy lady in life. Because she's like, yeah, I'm here. And she's getting all fussy and edgy. She doesn't want to be forgotten.
Sure. Yeah.
We're all getting sweets today. Do you remember the white chocolate mice?
I don't. She died before I died. She died before I was born, but I knew she was fussy.
Yeah. When you were younger, were you given white chocolate mice, please? Can you remember that?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, I don't know why she's got them here, but she's given you a white chocolate mouse. So ask around to see. Okay.
All right, I will.
Because there might be some relevance to it.
Okay.
I'm going to go back to the gentleman because he's the talker. She's just fussing. I'll leave her fussing. She can get on with but know that she's here because of love.
Sure.
Nothing more. So he's talking about you taking a very big step, either recently or now. Would you understand that, please?
I would, yeah.
And I know that with that step, there's a nervousness that comes with it. Would you understand that?
Yes.
And I just want to give you every encouragement. Okay. He says, just look at the steps you've taken before. They've all worked out, haven't they?
Yeah.
He's saying, just have the confidence. Okay. Do you like Australia?
Yeah.
Would you understand why that's just been brought into my mind, please?
Yes, I would. I was in Tasmania last year.
Right, because he's just taken me back to Australia. And you may have been there on pleasure, but I just want to say to you that don't rule out that life might take a step there in the future.
Sure.
Because it feels more than holiday, put it that way.
Okay.
Okay. When you were there, did you encounter somebody who you really got on with well, please?
Yes, I did.
And that link is still connected, please?
Yes, it is.
And it seems to be going stronger, even though the distance is far. It seems like it's building stronger, please.
It's definitely happened.
Okay. just remember that they know about it and what they've just said about this more of a connection that might be more than just a holiday.
Okay.
I feel very excited about this, I've got to say. I feel very upbeat about it. And I hope I'm giving you the confidence that they're giving me. Be confident.
Sure. Thank you.
Now, this is unusual for a man. Do you like shoes, please?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Do you have quite a few pairs of shoes?
I lose them a lot, but so I have to buy a lot. But
Right,
yes.
because they're talking about this phenomenon of shoes.
Okay.
I do like shoes, and I do have a lot of pairs, but they just brought it to you as I just know that there's something with shoes here.
Okay.
Do you have a particular? No, seems really banal. But do you have a problem getting shoes that are completely fitting, please?
I don't think, no, I'm all right with that. Yeah, I'm okay.
I'm going to argue with you on that one.
All right.
Okay. There is a pair of more casual walking type shoes that you have. They're not, and one foot is tighter than the other, I've got to say.
Okay.
Because they're putting them on my feet and I know that there's a problem there.
Okay.
So
Yep.
just be careful with shoes that you buy, that they fit properly.
All right.
Okay. And that's really banal in a message, but I've got to give what I get. So encouragement, encouragement, encouragement.
Okay.
Grandad stands by his side and he says, through you, we achieve. Okay.
Okay.
Because I know that he relishes what you've achieved so far, but he can see more and he wants to be beside your side. Okay.
Thank you.
So thank you for allowing me to bring those connections through.
Thank you.
Thank you. Two people. Can I speak to Kelly, please?
Yeah.
Thank you. Kelly, I've got a gentleman here.
Yeah,
And he tells me it's grandfather.
okay.
He's a bit not forward coming backward here. He's just like, he's giving me a little bit of information, then standing back. And I don't know whether that's how he was in life. I don't think he's a very forward, in your face sort of guy, put it that way.
Yeah,
I know that he had a problem with either his hip or his leg prior to his passing, please.
he had post-polio syndrome.
Right. I've just got problems with my hips as I'm standing
Yeah,
here.
that's right, yeah.
No, I can't. I was going to say something there. He's a wise old owl. Would you understand that?
Yeah, he was, yeah.
Because I know that I don't have book learning. He's telling me, school, what? I don't think he did what he's supposed to do at school, but he
He
lived.
didn't have the opportunity, no, he
No,
couldn't
he
read
lived
or
life, and
write.
he just learned.
Yes,
And I know that if you asked him a question about where to do or where to go, he would have an answer for you. He'd be able to tell you the best route. Would you understand that?
yes, absolutely.
I know that he has supported you in your journey. And he tells me that was a delight, please. That was a delight. Because he tells me, not that you've changed, he said, you were a delightful child. Okay. Okay. Well, perhaps changing all the secrets here. He says you were innocent. Okay. Okay. Kelly, I can't describe how much love this man has for you, because I feel overwhelmed with it. I know that his passing really did have a significant impact on you. Would you understand that? I know at the time of his passing, you were going through your own troubles, please. Would you accept that? Because he says, even in your troubles, you still had time for him. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know whether you've already done this or you do this, but do you work in some way advising people with blindness issues, please?
Yeah, well, not work, but I'm there for other people that
Right.
are going through sight loss and stuff. Yeah.
That's fine. You may not see it as work, but he
No,
sees it as
it's more
you are
with friends
doing
and
guidance
that, yeah.
growths. Okay. He sees that.
Mhm.
He sees the work you do with others who are frightened, please.
Yes.
And he said, your confidence gives them the wherewithal to move on.
Oh my God, I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
He sees it as so. Okay. He sees the work that you do, even though it might be just chatting over a cup of coffee. He sees that as work.
Confident, I must say, but yeah.
He sees that as work. He sees you
Okay.
helping people. And it's really important. I've got to say, he idolizes who you are in the world.
Thank you.
Do you know if he lost either partial sight before his passing, please?
No, his sight was fine.
Okay, just a moment then. Would you know then another gentleman I've got just come in here who lost partial sight before his passing, please?
Yeah, that was my uncle.
Okay, because I'm talking to him, then suddenly my eyesight goes and I can't really see properly. And he just said to me, well, I only lost some of it. Okay,
Mhm.
I only lost some of it. Know that they're there, they're supporting you and loving what you're doing. Okay.
Thank you.
Sometimes we don't get the recognition for what we bring into this world. And he just wants you to understand what you do in this world. Now, you might dismiss it and say, oh, it's just life, etc. It's just, yeah, it's just what I do. But he wants you to change your focus a little bit and know what you're doing in this world. Okay, the way you're supporting others, the way you are in the world.
Yeah, it's not something I find so easy, but yeah, to me, I just do what I do.
Can I just say, and I hope you don't mind me saying what he's just said to me, I'm going to give it directly as he said it. She's never been disadvantaged. Okay?
Mhm.
Because you've overcome everything. He wants you to know that.
Yeah, I don't feel disadvantaged.
No. He's just bringing it to your mind so that you know.
Thank you.
I want to just jump to the gentleman first. The second gentleman that came in. You said was uncle, the gentleman lost his sight.
Yes.
I know that when he lost his sight, he was quite afraid of the situation. Would you know that?
Yes.
Because I know that there was a time that he didn't talk to anybody about this, and it was filled with fear of what was coming.
Yeah.
And he just said, she gave me the inspiration.
Thank you.
Okay, you were an inspiration to him. Would you know if one of these, and I don't know who it is, played the spoons, please? You know where they play a couple of spoons?
Yeah, that was Uncle Tony mucking about. Yeah.
Okay, because I've got somebody here playing the spoons.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
He's quite good at it. He's
Yes,
actually
actually.
getting a tune out of it here.
Mhm.
He's just joyous. He's just happy. He wants to bring the joy to you.
Thank you.
Now, would you understand either the need or the desire to change something about where you're living, please?
Not where we're living, but we're doing a lot of sorting out at home, things we need, things we don't.
Okay.
Mhm.
It just feels like there's a process that's not finished and something needs to change to allow it to happen. Okay. Now that might be your mindset. I don't know. But I just know that when it's sorted, when this change takes place, it will be much more comfortable for you where you are.
Okay.
Did the family used to get together and sing and all this business?
Not sing, no, but get together, yeah.
Well, I've got somebody singing Nellie Dean here. And I think it's the guys on the spoons and somebody's singing along, but I can hear
Oh,
Nellie Dean.
it must be the connection with my godfather there.
Okay.
I don't
Just
know.
know that they're happy to be here, they're
Yeah.
happy to make a connection, and they're
Okay.
happy for you.
My nan's name was Nellie. I don't know whether that means anything.
That possibly is why they're singing. I can just hear the song Nellie Dean.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
She's the wife of the grandfather that came through.
that's fine. There's obviously a connection. So
Right.
thank you for allowing me to talk to you, and please listen to what they said. It may not seem like work, but you do work an awful lot.
Thank you.
Thank you. I keep coming back to the lady here. Can I speak to you? Thank you. And the reason I keep coming back, I've got this lady here who's very hesitant to come forward. It feels like a close contact, please. It feels like a close family with this lady.
Okay,
I feel very petite, almost bird-like.
right, yes,
No, I'm not bird-like in any shape or form, but she's just making me feel I'm getting smaller and smaller. I'm getting slimmer and slimmer. I wish. But that's how I feel with her.
okay,
I feel very calm and very gentle with her as she comes in.
yes,
I'm not somebody who will be out there shouting. What I just
no,
quiet, calm,
yes,
and quite loving, please.
yes,
Now, I don't think she's the type of lady that would fling her arms around you and tell you she loves you. She's not that sort of lady, but you just know
yes,
that that's the case.
yes,
I know that she had her own problems. Would you understand that?
yes,
Because I know that she had periods of being very anxious. Would you understand that? with her?
yes, yes,
Okay, because I feel that this anxiousness actually overwhelmed her sometimes.
probably, yes,
Yeah. She's here to assure you, because sometimes you allow situations to overwhelm you. Would you understand that?
okay, I don't know.
Okay. I'm listening to her, and she's saying
Okay,
sometimes you allow the anxiety to come forward. And
okay,
she's saying there should be no anxiety.
okay,
Are you very practical? Do you use your hands in some way, please?
yes,
Okay. It
Yes.
feels like more than just baking a pie, whatever it is. It feels like you can create things. Would you understand that?
yeah, I like making things.
Yeah,
and
because
doing
she's
things.
just giving me the feeling that you have this ability, and then whether it's art, crafts, or something like that, I just know that you can make things and you can make them well, please.
I'm not brilliant, but I love doing things, yes, making things.
Don't diminish what you do.
Yeah,
And she just wants you to know that that is a gift that you have.
right, thank you.
Okay. You also like art, please. Is that right?
Yes, I mean, artistically, I have not got
That doesn't matter.
I like it.
If
yes.
you see art, it touches you here. Would you understand that?
Yes,
It talks to you. And I know that you've visited places where there is a lot of art that you can go around and you can connect with the paintings or the,
yes,
you understand that? She's just pointing this direction to you that
okay,
you have this connection.
okay,
And you may say you haven't an artistic bone in your body, but I would tend to disagree with you.
okay,
Because if you have that passion for art, you also have the passion for recording that art.
okay,
So there's maybe a bit of guidance coming in here.
okay,
That is something that you should or could investigate. I'm not sure whether it's you or somebody around you has had either hospital tests or there's been hospital involvement. Do you understand that?
yes, yes,
And I know that the initial appointment was very worrying. Would you understand that? It was like an investigation. I didn't know what was going on situation.
Well, there are several people, so
Okay,
it could
that's
be
fine.
one.
Whoever this is
Yes,
went in for an investigation because they didn't understand what symptoms they had
right.
of what was happening.
Okay,
But subsequently, the negative thoughts have been washed away because the diagnosis was different from what they thought. Would you
Oh.
understand that?
no,
It's either less than they thought
yes,
or easier than they thought.
okay, thank you.
Because there's just an assurance that all will be well.
That's lovely.
Wherever that is.
Okay,
Wherever that is, all will be well.
thank you.
As I'm talking to you, would you understand a small child in spirit, please?
I have several.
Right. Well, I've got a little boy standing here with me who is delightful. And I know this little boy visits you often, please.
I don't
I
know.
don't know whether you felt his presence around your home, but there's certainly a strong connection with you.
Thank you.
He just wanted to show up today to let you know I'm still here. Okay. I'm not going into your home, but he's trying to show me. Would you have glass ornaments in your home, please?
Might have a lot of glass. My husband's an antique glass dealer.
That's right, because he's showing me glass objects. And I know that this boy is attracted. There's one particular piece which catches the light. Would you know that?
Well, yes, because there are prisms. You get
That's
prisms
it.
in the room.
It puts the rainbow.
Yes,
That's what he's showing me.
yes.
And I know this little boy is attracted to these. Do these prisms hang, please?
Yes, they're on little lustres.
Right.
Yes.
Have you noticed those being moved, please?
Not particularly because they're on a shelf, but
Watch.
I will.
Because
I will.
he seems to be fascinated with this light on this glass, what prisms you say.
Yes.
He's fascinated with them. And I know that he's been, and I know he's played with them.
Okay.
And if he's done it once, there's no doubt he'll do it again.
Okay. I
But
will look.
all he's wanting to do is make sure that you know that he's around.
Okay.
Okay. He's in your home, he's around, he's with you. And that's where he should be, he's just said. So please take the love from spirit
Thank you.
and the knowledge that they are there with you.
Thank you.
I can't get away from this little boy. He just doesn't want to go. Would you understand sometimes your mood goes from here up to here
Yes.
with no reason?
Yes.
Because I know that he's influenced you in that way.
Okay.
He's managed to connect with you, to influence you and pick you up when you need it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
And if you feel that change, just send a thought.
Yes.
Okay. Because he's not going anywhere. Okay. So thank you again for working with me.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for allowing me to work. As I said earlier, mediumship is just a support act. Everybody gets the message, and that message is that life continues. But once we accept that, we have a responsibility, because no longer can we resign our loved ones to memories. They're alive, they're well. We may not be able to see them, we may not be able to feel them. That doesn't mean they don't exist. So keep them in your thoughts. And eventually, the more often we do it, the more possibility of an answer direct to you. And if that happens, then we can sit down and allow you to talk to your loved ones. And ultimately, that is where we need to go to. But thank you for allowing me to work. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Robin, for an excellent demonstration. Here are some notices before we close our service today. Our guest medium for the Divine Service on Sunday, March the 15th at 11 a.m. is Dawn Collinson. Please note that Wimbledon Spiritualist Church services for each week can now be viewed on YouTube, and the link is available on our Wimbledon Spiritualist Church Facebook pages. The Healing Clinic for members of the community and animals is every Tuesday from 7 until 8:15 p.m. and Thursday from 10 a.m. until 12 noon. And you will be greeted by our healer practitioners in a safe and welcoming atmosphere. And donations apply. New events for spring 2026 include our Friendship Club, which is held every Wednesday at Wimbledon from 11:30 a.m. until 2 p.m. Julie Caswell will be hosting our Friendship Club on March the 11th. The admission is £5, which includes refreshments. And our Friendship Club Mediumship Wednesdays are held on the first Wednesday of every month. And our guest medium for April the 1st is Laura Wood. Please check weekly postings on our Wimbledon Spiritualist Church main page or Facebook group for further information. Development circles. Dawn Collinson's Open Circle restarts this coming Thursday, March the 12th, and she will be holding her circle every second and fourth Thursday of the month. If you are interested in joining, please contact Dawn on her email address, which is dawncollinson80, that's 80, at gmail.com. dawncollinson80@gmail.com. Open platform with myself, Phil Shaw, is now set for a new time slot in 2026, and I will be leading the next open platform on Saturday, April the 25th, from 2 p.m. until 3:45 p.m. These will be running bi-monthly in June, August, October, and December. Some dates may be subject to change, but where possible, open platform will be held on the second Saturday of alternate months, with the exception, as I've said, of April the 25th and also August the 22nd. Please check pre-event postings. Open platform is for intermediate, advanced, and working mediums to polish platform presentation skills, evidential mediumship, inspirational speaking, and psychic art in a safe and supportive environment. Full details about Open Platform will be available to view on our website and Wimbledon Facebook pages in due course. Demonstrations of mediumship. Wimbledon Spiritualist Church, Saturday, March the 21st. Bill Hughes and myself will be giving a demonstration of mediumship, which starts at 7 p.m. The admission is £6.50. An advance booking link is available on our Facebook pages and our website. We are holding a memorial service for our church member and very good friend Jim Blythe on Sunday, March the 22nd at 1 p.m. following our divine service. At Hackbridge Spiritualist Church on Friday, March the 27th, Michelle Scott will be giving a demonstration of mediumship at 7:30 p.m, admission £5. And at Wimbledon on Sunday, March the 29th, Ashley Robinson and Ian Mason will be demonstrating mediumship at 7 p.m, and the admission is £6.50. As I previously said, advance booking links are available to all our demonstrations, or you can pay on the door on the evening of the demonstration. Please keep up to date with activities and special events, courses, workshops, and demonstrations on our Wimbledon Spiritualist Church website, Facebook, and Instagram pages, where you will find links to pre-event booking facilities. My final reading today is a poem by George Herbert called Love. And I was originally inspired to read this myself at an event because I had attended the memorial service of the distinguished actress Dame Peggy Ashcroft. And this was apparently one of her favourite poems, which she had recorded many times, and it was played at her memorial in Westminster Abbey. And I'd like to share this with you. Love bade me welcome, yet my soul drew back, guilty of dust and sin. But quick-eyed love, observing me grow slack from my first entrance in, drew nearer to me, sweetly questioning if I lacked anything. A guest, I answered, worthy to be here. Love said, you shall be he. I, the unkind, ungrateful? Ah, my dear, I cannot look on thee. Love took my hand and smiling did reply, who made the eyes but I? Truth, Lord, but I have marred them. Let my shame go where it doth deserve. And know you not, says love, who bore the blame? My dear, then I will serve. You must sit down, says love, and taste my meat. So I did sit and eat. And now Robin will give us his closing prayer. Thank you.
Please join me in a moment's prayer. Divine and infinite Spirit, we once again thank you for this opportunity of being here today, for the love we find in these walls, wrought by all who have ever entered into them. We ask that we might take some of that love out into the world, that we might make a difference, that we share it with those we meet on the way, to make our pathway brighter and so brighten theirs. We ask that those who minister to keep this church open, that they be given the wherewithal, whether financial, whether encouragement, or whether just the route forward to keep its doors forever open. We thank those from the realms of spirit who've been with us, that they will remain with us and make their presence felt. In the morning, be resolved to do nothing against, but everything for the kingdom of heaven on earth. At night, retire with peace with yourself, at peace with the world. Be content with the past and all it has brought me. Be thankful for the present and all that you have. But be patient for the future and all it promises to bring. Amen.
Thank you very much again, Robin, for a beautiful service. And I'd like to thank everyone online and in church for attending. Please join us for tea, coffee and cake after the service, and we wish you a very safe journey home. Thank you. Thank you, Robin. Pleasure. Always a privilege.